Everybody, we're back. Got the transmission on. I want to explain a little bit about this motor. This is a numbers match period correct 72 CTB, and it's got the date back here. This block was cast E5 of 72. This is a 3899290 block. The heads are the right numbers. The whole motor was a numbers match motor when I found it. It's not the original one to the car because the car was built in October, but it is a period correct CTB, which CTB is for factory air, automatic, and this is as close as you're going to get without line, and I'm not going to do that. So I took out the original crank and rods and I replaced them with a black crank out of a 427 dump truck motor, which is it's a highly nitrated crank, same journal sizes, same stroke, but they are just super tough cranks. I used to run, I had an 84 Chevy C70. It had a 366 with the same crank and rods in it, 5 and 2, and I could come out of the quarry. The truck was good for, gross weight on that truck was 31,000. The truck weighed 11, I could haul 10 ton. I used to come out of the quarry 35, 37,000 with that 366, and I could get it 60 miles an hour. Can you imagine the pressure that's on that crank and those rods? So I put that same crank in here, same rods, and I put a set of 10-7 forged pistons. It's got a pretty good oval port crank camshaft in it. I put all new stainless steel valves in it, head improver kit. Bought all these parts at Competition Products, the camshaft, the true roller timing chain, oil pump, pistons, everything came from Competition Products up in Wisconsin. I've been buying from them for years, and they put out good products. So, and I have in the slideshow portion of this video, I'll show you all the original carburetor, intake, valve covers, all that stuff. I've got it all, the oil pan. But this motor right here, when you want to get out and you want to have a little fun on the street, this motor, you can do it. This motor and transmission will take just about anything you can throw at it. So it's a nice setup. So now we're going to put it in the chassis. So here we go. Now roll it back and see just what we can do here. Yeah. Now I got this engine set just a little bit of an angle so I can hit this motor mount first, get a bolt in it, and then drop it down, and the other side should just go right in. Now we can remove that. We don't have to worry about scratching nothing. And which way do we got? We might have to go a little bit this way to get it just right. I gotta pull it back out just a little bit. You let her down real easy. See just what's going on here. Okay, so now we got to pull it back a little bit more. That's pretty close. Pull it down just a little bit more. Back just a little bit more. So when you let these chair pickers down, everything always goes forward, because as it goes up, it goes back, and then when you go down, it goes forward. So you got to always kind of keep your eye on that. there's going to be the transmission mount. Down just a little bit more. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Always put your transmission bolts in last, because if you need to turn this thing a little bit to get your bolts in your motor mounts, you got that freedom. Now with the car body on it, it still works good because you still can move it enough to get your bolts in. But it's really nice like this. Now you're looking at right here, the original motor to this 72 Heavy Chevy was blowed up over 35 years ago. This is the first time in 35 years that this car has had a rebuilt motor and transmission put back in it, getting it ready to go on the street. The chassis is done, the rear end's rebuilt, it's a KD code rear end. I put a 342 Yukon ring and pinion in it. I put a Yukon posi carrier in it, heavy duty. I put steel axles in it. It's got all new bearing seals. Like I said, the motor and all that transmission's all done. The only thing I got to do yet is the drive shaft, which I got it out in the barn. I got a sandblasted drive shaft, put new U-joints in it. But all the brake lines are new. All the brakes on the back are new. All the brakes up front. That's another thing. I put disc brakes on this car. Originally it came with drum brakes. The guy was more interested in the air conditioner than he was how he could stop the thing. So, and I also have full documentation. I have talked to the guy that worked at Earl Shear Chevrolet where this car was ordered brand new. I've talked to Willie Cook. He's the guy that ordered this car, and he is across the street from his house is the Allen family who bought this car brand new in Opp, Alabama at Earl Shear Chevrolet. And Earl Shear just died here, I think it's a little over a year ago. And I have the big write-up about him in the Opp News. And I've talked with Rhonda down there. She knew this car. She knew this car. It sends chills all over me to have all the history on this car. So I'm going to do more with this video. I'm going to do slideshow to show you different things. And basically this is it, because now it's just put 2 bolts back there and 2 in up here, and it's in. And it's a beautiful sight. So for all you guys that are following this and watching this, the only thing I can say is I'm just as excited as everybody else to see it finished, and it's going to get finished. And it's amazing to get something like this. This is a super rare car, and I'm blessed to get it. So that's all for now. I appreciate everybody following and watching and all that. I'm looking for subscribers. I've only gotten 9. So I'll take some subscribers, and I'm not in it for the advertising and all that. That's not what this is about. This is about showing people how to do cars and how to do them right in your backyard. I've been doing this 48 years. I was a professional mechanic, but I've been doing this 48 years, basically in garages and little buildings and in my backyard. And I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. This is the love of my life, is this right here. So anyways, thanks. Talk to you later.